Okay, time to finish this lesson here. Last time, if you've seen the last video, we were going over this and finishing step 5. Now we're going to go over Alice's guide of how to make these things turn with the walls, self-driving cars, basically. And we're continuing that lesson. Anyways. I turn left if my steering wheel port receives a negative input. It must be, hold on, I've got this. When I'm activating, I send a positive to the steering wheel. So I need to send a negative. Yep. How do we manage to do that? No doubt we need to try calculations. So we need to get rid of this guy right here. Now we need to call up a calculator node on. Calculation adds up to good things for all of us. I eagerly await even the simplest mathematical task. Count on me. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll add another connection. This way, when the left-hand sensor hits the wall, then the output is 1 minus 0, resulting in 1. And when the right sensor will be 0 minus 1, that's negative 1. Hold on. How about when neither sensor is touching the wall? What happens then? In that case, the output would be 0 minus 0 or 0. Think I'm getting the hang of this. What about when both sensors hit a wall at the same time? The output is 1 minus 1 or 0. Again, come on, give me a hard one. To sum it up, if the left sensor hits, the output is 1. When the right one hits, it's negative 1. When neither sensor hits, it's 0. Put that all together, and it means that if the left sensor hits, the car should turn right. If the right sensor hits, the car should turn left. That's a lot of information to process, so let's check it all out in the action of the game. Make the car go with Y. Try to pay close attention to the touch sensors when the car's reactions, okay? You did it! When the car hits a wall, it turns so that it's traveling away from that wall. Why don't you try it a few more times for good measure? All set? Let's head back to the programming screen. Well, what do you think? Wasn't my turning cool? Yeah, it was pretty cool. Meep, those walls sure are scary. I'm glad you made it so that we can avoid them entirely. Oh dear, I think something's still missing though. We haven't quite mastered the self-driving field. The acceleration's still manual, right? Well, you can't make a button pressing automatic, you know. What really makes me go isn't pressing a button though. It's getting a positive signal into my acceleration port. Oh, that's right, which means we can do the button node-on's job using the constant node-on, or no offense button. Behold my immaculate reliability and output of 1, you say? Bah, simplicity enough. Right, I know when I'm not wanted. See you around, Dry Crunch. In place of button node-on, I'll live up to my name and send a constant output of 1 to the accelerate port. And with that, even the car's acceleration will be automatic. Let's check it out on the game screen. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, it is. Pretty cool. The car moves forward and avoids walls all on its own. That completes our self-driving mission. Once you've seen enough, let's head on back to the program screen. Yes, now that's what I call a self-driving car. Another positive experience for me. Okay, well, that ended up being quite complicated, but I hope you got the gist. Let's go through it one more time. Again, when a touch sensor hits a wall, it sends a signal to the car node steering wheel port, and the car turns. When there are 2 of us touch sensor node on, we decide whether to make the car turn left or right depending on which sensor hits the wall. Using calculations helps you output the proper value to the steering wheel. And I, as your trusty constant nodon, reliably output a fixed value so that the car can accelerate by itself. Knowing how to make actions automatic can be useful for enemy characters too, so it's a good thing to keep in mind. Phew, that was a long one, but finally done. Time to drive, vroom vroom. Automation is the future, how times change. Alright, let's go to this next lesson analysis guide. Debugging with a number object nodon. I said I was going to get this game done today. That was my job. I want to get this done. And I did do a good amount of Yoshi's Island, Zelda, and Mario 64, so I can put them on the back burner for now. Hi, Dry Crunch. As you can see, there's a stopped car on the left side of the game screen and a red line on the right side. I wanted to make it so that the party poppers go off when the car gets to the red line. But, well, I'm not sure I've done it. Try making the car go Y. See, nothing happens when the car crosses the red line. It appears that right now, there's a problem in the programming that's keeping the party poppers from going off. This time around, I'll introduce some debug methods for figuring out why this kind of problem might be happening. Let's head to the program screen. It's good I'm learning for programming so I can, talk with my opinion, so I'm going to go on that before I go with this lesson. When I learned about this, it made me understand why modded characters, or modded games in general, take so long. It's because for some people, sometimes, they have to literally fix the coding of the game. The problem being, if they mess around with it too much, they could accidentally fuck up the game. So they have to be very careful. They have to re-engineer it and reprogram it from scratch. So that's why, characters take exactly a long time. Because either there's not enough assets for the programming to be able to work, or it's just because there's not tools in their vicinity to use. And that's why I love about Maximilian. He's able to give people these fucking tools and gives them money to be able to do this shit, so then they have a purpose. If a modder has money and they can go into it, then that's justified for their work and whatever else, and they'll be able to do it. Yeah. So that's what I love about learning about playing this game. That I get to learn about modded games and I get to see how they work and how they play. I will play more modded games. I think the first modded game is CTGP7. There will be more. But I need to get through a lot of LPs. So your boy is going to be recording a lot, which is probably going to stress me the fuck out. But that's why I need to be more motivated from here on out. So that's why I'm going to try to be more motivated. But enough of me ranting about modded games. Let's continue this guide lesson. Vroom vroom, I'm a car nodon. Hey yo, I'm an object nodon. I'm that red line in the game. I'm location sensor nodon. My current specialty is anything you want to know about the car nodon's location. Good to see you, Dry Crunch 1. I hear you're ready for a rip-roaring time. Anywho, what can we do for you? Wait, it's me, isn't it? I'm not taking my cue and going off like I should, right? Well, believe me, I want to know what's going on too. I guess it's time to explain what conditions I react to in the first place, right? First things first, when I get the signal from the button nodon in my accelerated port, I go roaring to the right. And I'm connected to the car nodon. I can output the car's position whether on the X, Y, or Z axis. I'm comparison nodon. I take the numbers output by a location sensor nodon, and I take the number I get from the constant nodon. And I put them together to see which one is the biggest. And Be honest. You want to know too, don't you? I am constant Odot exuding a radiant perpetual 4. And if the number of the location sensor output is greater than 4, which I am transmitting, then that's my cue. Got it? That is his cue, and we will go over that in the next video. So I'll see you all then. Peace and crispy. Bye, guys.